you know, if they get an early goal, especially at the Emirates, you know, the place is rocking, and that looks like a very tough place to play at this moment in time. So credit to them, credit to Arteta. You know, a year ago, there was talk that maybe he wouldn't be manager based on the start that they had. But now you look at the team, it makes sense. They're doing particularly well. And, you know, the only thing that sort of catches my eye is the fact that, you know, sometimes they say they're being disrespected and need more praise. So then you praise them and say that's too much praise. It's still way too early. You know, sort of caught in that sort of funny zone.
Is this a false dawn, or are they the real deal?
Well, City are the real deal.
Right. Yeah, but City are in a different stratosphere to everyone else, really.
Yeah, but yes, at the moment, and Arsenal are not that. And obviously there'll be a head-to-head. But, my God, it's chalk and cheese, isn't it? I mean, it's just night and day. You've got defenders that actually want to defend and can't defend. Yep. You've got a goalkeeper that will play out with his feet and he's making good saves. You've got a front line that has natural width and pace. Odegaard's becoming this clever player that once went to Real Madrid as a, what, 16?
16, yeah.
Jesus, obviously, he's out of this bubble that was Man City, and am I playing, am I not playing? And now he's the main man, and he looks like he's just taking it on his shoulders, and he's just been brilliant. I mean, not just the goals, but his movement. Xhaka's discipline, I mean, has been better.
Yeah.
But I think a big part of it for me is Thomas Partey. He had a couple of slack moments in the game at the weekend, but generally he does a great job defensively. He reads the game well, and he's a better passer of the ball than I think people realise. And I think he just moulds it all together from side to side, from centre-halves to full-backs to switches of play, and that allows Martinelli and Saka and others to go and express themselves. And there's a good balance about this Arsenal team at the moment.
It's interesting, Shaq, you look at those players, and pretty much throughout the board, they're playing some of their best football of their careers at the moment. What happens if that slips?
And that's the only question we have around Arsenal right now. Just because of some of their stumbles in previous seasons, you just wonder, if they hit a snag, if they lose a couple on the bounce, how will that affect the team? As of right now, there's no suggestion that anything comes off the rails. This is a team, young, exciting. They all seem to be enjoying their football. The big question maybe was asked, how they'd respond after losing to Manchester United, and they've answered that. And while in previous seasons, as I say, when they've hit those bumps, a lot of times they've been derailed. There's nothing to suggest that that'll be the case this time around. And that, for me, is one of the biggest differences between this Arsenal and the Arsenal of previous seasons.
But you talk about form. This isn't new. This isn't this season for Saka and Martinelli and Odegaard. They were playing well last year.
Yes, yeah.
They just didn't have Gabriel Jesus. They just didn't have the backup of better players fit and in form. It's not like, you know, Saka's just had a startling season. He's been playing well for 2 years now. Martinelli's been playing well since last season, since he got himself fit. And Odegaard looks even more confident than last year. Now you've thrown in Gabriel Jesus. That's the extra bit of gold at the end of the rainbow up front. Somebody that can end all that good play. Somebody that can link it all up. So I don't see a loss of form. Maybe injury for these guys might come around. But I don't see these guys really dipping in terms of their performance, because it's been happening now for more than just this year.
City TV, are you worried?
Sorry, oh, you're talking to me. Am I City TV? Oh, right. There's nothing, like, I'm not that partisan or whatever. It's good to see them playing well. It's good to see Jesus, like, showing what type of player he is without wondering if he's going to be playing every single week. And at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. It's better. It's better conversation when there are other teams who are going for it. And I have to give Arsenal credit, because, say, there could have been 9 games unbeaten at this stage and played some good football and so on. But the reality is they've had 8 wins out of 9. That is exceptional. That really, really is exceptional. So it's not just a case of being hard to beat. Here's a team that is desperate to win, and they're finding ways to do it on a week-to-week basis, which is incredible. So from my, you know, shill City roots and all that stuff, listen, I'll be happy if they finish second. But for now, I'm not worried. I'm just enjoying it, because I think it's good to see them doing well again.
Slightly patronising, but thank you, Naden. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.